Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny and you are a Turkey headquarter. Queen Naomi's brother has allegedly, come out to say that over his dead body would he allow his beautiful sister, Queen Naomi, to go back to the lion's den. Guys, remember last year when Queen Naomi celebrated her birthday? There was actually a birthday party in Queen Naomi's house. There is like few people in attendance during that birthday celebration. Then a lot of people there that was present were asked to say one or two things about Queen Naomi, like positive things or what they think about her. People were just saying different things. She's nice, she's a prophetess, this, she prays, all those normal stuff. Then when it gets to Queen Naomi's brother, I can vividly remember him making this same statement. He actually said that God saved Queen Naomi from the lion's den. She made mention of the palace, and I think they caught that video that moment, and they didn't actually put all the things he talked on that video. But if you watch that clip that time, he posted it on his Insta story. I don't know if I can still find that video. I know I did make a video and put that clip, but it just have made a lot of video. I don't know where to find it, and I don't have enough memory on my phone. Sometimes after doing the videos, I do delete the ones that I don't need anymore. So I don't know, but if I find that video, I'll put it here when I'm editing this video. But if I don't find it, no problem. But this is actually what Queen Naomi's brother said then, and they said he's still standing on it, that it will be over his dead body. He will not allow his sister, Queen Naomi, to go back to the palace. Remember that same last year, he made a post saying that he wished and prayed for Queen Naomi to marry a good man. So you can imagine that he has already made up his mind that his sister would never ever go back to Oni of Ife. And to think that, honestly, they really think that Oni of Ife will never ever try to make Queen Naomi to come back to the palace, in the sense that last year Oni of Ife married 7 wives, so they don't have any clue that one day something will happen or something will make Oni of Ife to start requesting or start begging for Queen Naomi to come back to the palace, even though we are not truly sure if actually Oni of Ife is making that move, or he's being pushed, or is it really truth that he wanted Queen Naomi to come back because of all those prophecies that have been flying around over some months now. So then I'm like, well, I like his brother, honestly, because you don't tell me your sister went to a marriage, came out because of a lot of things, and she was traumatized, even though they don't put a lot on social media, but they are actually speaking in parables. He said his sister will not go back to the lion's den, that his sister survived the lion's den, that he will not go back there. We all know the story about how the lion's den, even when people are speaking to you in parables, when they make mention of lions, then you know that person really passed through a lot of things, even though there was not a physical lion there that was attacking the person or trying to eat the person. But we all know that is an adage, which means that the person really went through something that you can classified as where lion wants to eat you. You know that is a very, very, strong something. That's the case here. And I do not blame the brother. I have no grudges. I have no, this is his sister. Then the family already knows what Queen Naomi passed through there. Even though we are saying that it's not connected to Oni of Ife, if actually Queen Naomi passed through something, through people inside the palace, or people working in the palace, or the side chicks of Oni of Ife that lives in the palace, Oni of Ife would have done something so that his wife would not be a target, or nobody would disrespect his wife while still the Lua of Ife. So if actually Queen Naomi went through something bad at the palace or something traumatizing inside the palace, and Ooni of Ife did not do something about it, which made her to leave, is not nice. Like, people should try to protect their own. If you married your wife in a family, and your family is let's say family, because let me use the word family, because everybody living in that palace automatically is family of the palace, right? So let's assume you married a wife, and your family, like people living inside the same house with you, are doing some things that is making your wife uncomfortable, are saying things that is making her uncomfortable, or their action is making her uncomfortable, or the words they use or everything they do to her is making her uncomfortable, and you as a husband, you did not make any move to make sure your wife is comfortable, to make sure that your wife is secured or is not being traumatized, that means you have failed that wife as a husband. So if she eventually leave your house, I think if people are saying that she went through a lion's den inside the palace, the king is included, even though the king did not attack or abuse her physically. Automatically, everyone in that palace is included, unless otherwise. You understand what I mean? So actually, the third Queen Naomi went through a lot inside that palace. That little 3 years or 2 years plus, will I say 3 years plus or 2 years and a half, or yeah, yes, 3 years she spent in the palace. That was why she's always out of the palace, to stay in her house in Akure. It's as if something is pursuing her, but this is what really happened. So now the brother is coming out to say this, and people are saying that he has no right, that this and that. Even if Queen Naomi is an adult to take her own decision, there are some things that will happen to your family member, and when they try to go back to that place, you won't dare allow them, even if it's the last thing you do. It happens, and we all know that this family loves each other so much. The family, the brothers, the sisters, the mother, father, all of them, like they do like normal siblings. Even you that is watching this video, if your sister actually went through something in her marriage or place of work or wherever, you won't allow her to go back to that same place, even if it's where she gets her daily bread. You will say that her life matters, right? Even if it's where she's working, you will say that she should stay back. She should go and look for another work, no matter what. You won't allow your sister to go back to where you felt that your sister was, bitterly hurt by people around there, people around that. In fact, some even parents would like to change their children's school just because of they are being bullied in the school, or they went through a lot in their school. Their parents will make sure, if something is not done and the child became like, I don't want to go to that school anymore, the next alternative is just to change school to your son, to protect him, right? So the same thing happens to siblings. They try to protect their siblings, and I think that's what Queen Naomi's brother is trying to do, and I am solidly behind him. If going back to where you felt your sister was hurt, do you know how long it took them to make Queen Naomi to feel all right and happy again? Forget about social media. They come on social media, they snap. Queen Naomi is also a human being. When somebody is traumatized of something, or went through divorce or separation of marriage, it's not really easy to adapt or start living your normal life. She has already went through a lot, and right now she already healed. We don't know how much effort this her brother and her siblings or like her family generally put in making Queen Naomi to relax and move on with her life. Now that she's trying to move on with her life, and they are now come back to the palace begging of a thing, do you think it's very easy for them to accept that? It's not really easy. And honestly, if they want to make their stand, she can stay in Akure while they continue the marriage, because that palace now, so many people, like in that palace now, all the wives has their own people there. I don't know, like I will explain to you what I mean inside, like what I really mean in my next video. I don't want this video to be so long, but tell me, what do you think? If Queen Naomi was your sister, or if Queen Naomi is your sister, would you have allowed her go back to the palace with all the things that happened, or with all the things that I've explained to you right now? If you're the brother, would you allow? If Queen Naomi is your niece or your sister or your auntie or someone related to you or your friend, and they rely on you, you guys are very close, would you have advised the person to go back to the marriage? That's what I want to hear on this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. And if you watch up to this moment and you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and click on that notification bell so you'll be getting notification anytime I post a new video.